Sup Frolfers, it's me, your Forest City Frolfer, and I'm here at a course that I've been waiting to play for a long time, Kelso Disc Golf course. It's the Conservation Area. It is a pay-to-play course on a ski hill. It is 18 holes. Originally it was just 9, but last year they added the back 9, so I'm going to play the full 18 today. Hole number 1, it's way up there. It is 269 feet, and into a headwind, I'm going to go with the D2. Now, another thing to mention that I forgot to mention before is that it is a pay-to-play course. It's $13.50 or 60 cents or something like that in order to play. So we're going to see if it's worth it. Oh, and the goal is just to shoot even. I haven't been hitting my putts lately, and I just got back from Texas, so I'm already going to make excuses for not possibly playing the best. That doesn't matter. I'm here to exercise, and I'm here to have some fun. So here we go. I'm going to hit it on a little bit of a baby hyzer, just hard, hope to get the distance that I need without hitting that first tree in front of the basket. That was very straight. Not a bad result, just outside the circle. Oh, didn't give it enough. Hole 2, it's a par 3 and 388 feet downhill. Basket is just through that gap in the trees, and it's a tough shot. If you have the skill and the knowledge, I think laying something out straight and having it crash in there is probably the best play. I don't know how to do that. I don't know the distance because this is the first time I've ever played it, so I think I'm going to try and play safe. I'm just going to try and get to the opening and then make my decision there. So I'm going to go with the Crave. Put it on like a little baby hyzer and hope to just get to that open patch of grass so I have a clear look at the basket. And that will be a little left, I think. Oh, alright. It's not terrible, though. I'm on the edge of the stuff. Man, this throw is so close to being incredible. I wanted to hit the ground right about here, and that would have got me right to the basket. I didn't realize it was so close. I thought it was still way in, but I just got a little high and let it fade out early. But I have a partially obstructed putt at the basket. If I use my mini, I actually have an open look. Oh, man, it's 2 buckets. It means I'm scared of putting. Hole 3, 270 feet and pretty wide open. The only real hazard is just to the left of the basket. There's a tree, so I'm going to do the safe play and throw a hyzer right at that tree. Gonna go with the Crave. Just try and hang it out and get it to the pin. Give myself an actual reasonable birdie look. That was way too low. Oh my gosh. That is the worst throw I've done today. Thankfully, the brush was so thick it stopped me from going in any deeper. Hole 4, 258 feet and dead straight, slightly uphill. Oh, there is a child on the way. I'm going to go with a detour on a hyzer flip and just try and land in front of the basket and then skip up to it. The only real hazard on this hole seems to be that bush past the basket. So I'm gonna just try not to get into the bush. Oh, that's way short. Oh my goodness. Poor effort. So I'm kind of screwing myself over with my performance on the first couple holes. The front 9 is very easy and the back 9 is extremely hard, according to everybody. The black 9 is what they call it. So I really need to be getting these birdie opportunities, and there's a couple holes now where I've just failed. Yeah, that's another. Now I gotta get a par. Hole 5, it's 251 feet and way downhill there through this like very wooded area. I'm not sure where the basket is, so I'm just gonna try and hit the gap and get something down there. It looks like it's very steep downhill, so as long as I make the gap, it should be serviceable. I'm gonna go with the Aquarian and just a baby anhyzer, I think. That's exactly where I wanted it to go, so we'll see if it's good. All right, that's pretty much exactly where I wanted it to go, just a hair short. Now a scary putt. So hole 6, the first hole of the black 9, it is 230 feet downhill, just in those little bundle of trees, and we've got some power lines in the way, but that seems to be the only real obstacle. I'm gonna go with an envy and throw it at the ground and try and skip up to the basket. I would really like just to park one, get myself under par, take a lot of the pressure off. And that's not gonna be anywhere close. Ah, well, it's too high. So I got pretty lucky. It looked like there wasn't a line to the basket from this angle from the tee pad, but this tree is a lot further in front than I expected. Basically pin high, just 20 feet. Oh, come on. Hole 7, the second hole of the black 9. It is 348 feet straight ahead. It's a tricky shot. I was going to throw something down there and try and hit the first gap and go for par. Even if I got close, I'm not really trusting my putting at all, and at this point I just need to try and keep my head above water, keep getting pars until I can figure some stuff out and get a birdie. Well, that'll be a jump putt and then a par. I have to just lay this up. That tree is too close and I can't run it from this angle. Hole 8, it is hole 3 of the black 9. It is 475 foot par 4. And I don't know if you can see the basket from the camera, but it's way up there. And all of this tall grass along the left-hand side is out of bounds, so I'm just going to play it extra safe out to the left there, and then just try and do an upshot, and then actually try and get it in 4. I think that's my best way to do it. There is a right-to-left crosswind, so it's pushing me right into the OB, which is scary. So I'm just going to try and get it low and just land safe. I'm not trusting any of my shots right now, and it's kind of obvious, I think. There we go, just land safe, way shorter than I wanted to, but I'll have 2 upshots to go for a birdie. I think I'm about 200 feet short, but it is very uphill. I'm just gonna throw a hyzer with the putter around the left side of the tree and just get the OB completely out of the picture. I don't even want to come close to it. And then I'll have a jump putt for eagle. And I say that and I throw it straight towards the OB. All right. Still should be a jump putt for eagle. It'll be a birdie. Big hill, hard to film on. And that'll be a tap-in birdie. It's a very soft par 5. Either the hill is steeper than Either the hill is steeper than it looks, or my cardio is non-existent. So hole 9, it is hole 4 of the black 9. It is 201 feet, just on that little outcrop on the hill. Definitely a hole you don't want to go left on. I think past is probably not a terrible mistake. Short's probably not a terrible mistake. I'm gonna go Aquarian. I was gonna go Envy, but if I don't get enough power, I might be looking for that for a long time. So I'm gonna go with the Aquarian, just throw straight at it, maybe with a slight anhyzer, and this really should be a birdie. And that is going to halfway down the hill. Fell out of my hand. Yeesh. So I just spent 5 minutes looking for my disc, and I'm basket high, just a little bit to the left. So that is somewhat miraculous, and now we have an amazing view of the Niagara Escarpment in the background, and I have a potential birdie, although my footing is not great. But I got lucky. I spent 5 minutes looking for that. If this was the tournament, I would be reteeing. but I got a lot further than I expected. My goodness, make a putt, Corwin. Oh, I just can't do it. Well, I got away with a par there. That is very lucky. So front nine recap, I'm somehow -1, even though I haven't made a putt yet. So I'm pretty lucky to be where I am right now, but we're gonna put that to the test. This is hole 10, which is hole 5 of the Black 9. It is a 730-foot par 5, and I have no idea how to play it. It looks like a total poke and hope. It's a very tight fairway, and it's very far, and I don't know where to go. So I'm just gonna throw a crave on a hyzer flip and just try and get as much distance as I can. It looks like being over to the right-hand side is a little bit better than the left. But I'm just gonna try and get some distance and then figure out where I am down there. It's kind of just kind of hope for a best kind of hole. I don't know if that's good. Looks like I drifted pretty left. Smart play is probably to pinch out or throw. That doesn't look good. I think I just have to do a pyro and just kind of pitch out. Hope to get in the middle of that kind of fairway area and then hope for a better shot out. But I'm gonna push it a little more than I should. Yeah, that should be all right. I see some light at the end of the tunnel, but I've got these brush in the way. Definitely shapes up better for a forehand, but I don't really have that. So I'm just gonna try and get to the green grass where I can start being optimistic and hopeful again. All right, that was not very good. I'll be happy with a bogey at this point. Well, I can finally see the basket. I think if I were to play this again, I'd try and get more to the right so that I have a more open look. I think you just want a chip shot, land to the right, chip shot, land here, chip shot, land in the open, chip shot, just get up there. Towards the baskets there. Now I got like this really tough, low ceiling kind of shot. I'm gonna go with the PA5, but I'm gonna be walking downhill, which is gonna make things really, really awful. But I want to stand still. I think I have to stand still here. Oh, no. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, double bogey. Double bogey. Now I gotta throw a sidearm to save. I think this throws for par. That's world's longest bogey putt. Love to make this. I don't think even's going to be possible with how I'm playing today. So I think anything better than +5 maybe will be good. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, there it is. Saved a bogey. It's the first putt I've made today. Just need to stop putting for birdie and start putting for bogey on all the holes, and I'll never miss again. Oh, sweet. Hole 11, 347-foot par 4. It's kind of a snaking fairway where it goes to the left and then cuts to the right, and I have no confidence that I can hit that. So I'm going to do something really stupid. I'm going to take a trail. I'm going to throw it way up over there and then just hope to find it. And I think if I get enough distance down there, that it will be more makeable, if that makes sense. Okay. I don't know how close that is to the basket, but I think I know where it is. Took me like 10 minutes looking for the disc way back there. I'm like, let's just check by the basket. I freaking parked it. Eagle. Man, I can't believe that worked. That was so cool. That just made their whole round. All right, hole 12, it is another par 4. This one's like a very sharp dogleg to the left. I have no idea where the basket is. I'm just gonna pitch out to the clear area and then hope to pitch up to the basket. It's 349 feet. and hole 7 of the black 9. Gonna go with an ND. There is no room for the tripod behind the basket, so I just gotta make do with what it is and hope that I throw it good enough that you can actually see what happens. That is exactly where I wanted it. I just put that last clip in slow motion for some reason. I wasn't looking at it when I hit the button. I threw it just around the side of the tree. It looks like it's, well, from where I threw it, it looked parked. We'll see when I get there. Turns out I just need par 4s to get birdies. Hole 8, it is a par 3, 362 feet, and the Mando is around that hydro pole. Use the roadway to rock from baskets to the 9th tee, located downhill following the curve of the roadway. Roadway is out of bounds. Yeah, I have no idea how to play this. I'm assuming it's a sidearm. I don't have that, so I think I'm just going to pitch up with a PA5, figure out where it is, and then go from there. That should be good. So it turns out I landed in a pretty terrible spot. The idea probably would have worked if it was a little bit either other direction, but I got a little chip up here. See how good my sidearms are when I'm like straddle knee stance. That is most certainly a bogey now. That was very, very bad. From very pinched off to very pinched off. This is not about as poorly as it could. Now I have to sidearm again, but I can't. I don't trust it. Just gonna pitch up. Hope to get close enough for a bogey putt. Yeah, that'll work. Bogey. Hole 14. Hole 14, it is a 622-foot par 5. There is a hydroelectric dam in the way, and it looks like you could either play up the slope around the side, or just, I think what I'm going to do is just do a chip shot and then do a chip shot and try and get an eagle. I don't know if I could clear the dam, and I don't have any discs with me that I don't care about enough to try. So I think it's just going to be a mid-range, try and land somewhere on flat ground, and then bomb one up to the basket, and then either chip up for the birdie or go run the eagle. And land on the soft ground. Perfect, exactly what I wanted. Okay, that fence is a lot taller than it looks, which makes this a very tricky upshot. I don't know if left of the stairs is OB, but doesn't really change what I gotta do. I just gotta throw it flat, get something up there, and ideally not go OB, but get over the dam, I think is the best play. So I'm just gonna aim straight at the basket with something a little bit flippy, try and get it flat and over the fence. That was a little too flippy, but that'll be an easy upshot from there. All right. Slope shots are always hard, but I'm not very far. I left that bit short. All right, if I would have gotten that a little bit closer, this would have been a super easy putt, but it's just a little bit tough just with the wind and the slope. And that's another bucket. Another bucket. Well, that is a par on a very soft par 5. Hole 15, it is 253 feet, and there is no obstacles. I'm going to go with a flippy crave and just throw a hyzer flip at it because it is a little bit uphill. And I'm kind of tired of leaving throws short. So I am still going to aim below the basket, hope it skips up, but I'm just going to throw a hyzer flip right at it. And it did not flip. Huh. Tailwind putt. Ah, hit the bucket again! It's just, I'm the bucket pro today. I even aimed higher. Just is not connecting on these putts. Hole 16, there's no tee sign and the tee pad is in use. Just gonna go for a crave. It's just through that gap and then a little bit to the left. So I left that pretty short. It was a tough angle. There were some people barbecuing on the tee pad, so I had to take a more obstructed line to the basket, but that is okay. Now just for a nice little layup. And I'll take a par. Hole 17, it is a par 3, 355 feet. I have a slight right to left crosswind, and now there are people there. I'm glad I didn't throw. I checked to make sure it was clear, and then as soon as I came back, there are people. Okay, I am going to wait until they are a little bit further out of the way. Oh no, I burned it. Oh dear. Turns out it's like a cliff off the side here. Where's the basket? Okay. Should be good. Always use a mini. Whew. A lot of hills. Final hole, it is 280 feet downhill with a pond just past it. The basket is just to the left of the tree with two trunks. I'm gonna throw a putter just to make sure I don't go past it and in the water. That'd be a little bit of a bummer. Just gonna throw a hyzer the whole way down. Let the hill do the work. Might be short, can't quite tell. Yeah, I left it a bit shy. The water's further from the basket than I thought. I could have given that a little more sauce. And another freaking bucket. So that's it. That is Kelso Conservation Area. The course is fantastic. I love it. It has some great elevation, has some very challenging holes, has a lot of like par 4s, par 5s. I think two of the holes are a little soft on the pars. The one over the dam could definitely be a par 4, and the uphill 700-foot one could also be a par 4. But then some of them were like really tricky. So I'm pretty happy about that. I can't believe I got an eagle. That's the first eagle I've gotten this year, and it feels deserved. I think that's a pretty fair one. It's super risky shot to go up and over everything. I'm very lucky I found my disc. That's it. Yeah, I think the course is fantastic. There's a lot of people. So like I came on a Monday just because I heard that a lot of times there'll be people camping like right beside the baskets. It is a mixed use area. $13.60 I think is a bit steep just for a round of disc golf. But I think you get a lot more of it with the park. Like they have water park, they have a whole bunch of jungle gyms, they have tons of stuff for kids. So I think it's a really good opportunity to make a day of it and have disc golf as a part of something else. And yeah, it was well maintained. I heard there was a whole bunch of ticks here on the Facebook, and I didn't see any. I tucked my socks in my shoes just to be safe, or tucked my pants into my socks just to be safe. I guess I didn't see any ticks. We'll see if any of them found me when I get home and have a shower. But yeah, I love it. I think this is a fantastic course. Strongly recommend people try it out. Price is a bit steep, but like $13 for a round. If you did it for a year, there's probably memberships, but I think it's worth it.